better tomorrow.
No, it don't.
What?
Nothing gets better. I hate when people are like, well, it can't get any worse, because then it gets fucking worse every time. This is why I don't tell people my problems anymore, because they're not their problems, and also, it doesn't matter. It's all bullshit.
Well,
Nothing matters.
This is not how entropy works. Like thermodynamics, everything's gonna die. We're all dead.
Yeah. What's entropy?
Oh, of course.
It's like
I said, yeah, like I knew, but...
it's just like the idea that things are essentially in a chaotic state and will reach a final state of like final entropy, which is neutral energy. So like eventually within a given system, if there is energy in a given system, it will eventually reach a state where that energy is neutral.
Yeah. Or depletes completely.
So
Okay,
the entire universe is a given system.
To say that, and I sound smart too.
Yeah.
Okay. I said the word deplete.
Tomorrow, it could happen in like a billion years. I mean,
that'll happen in a billion years, but it just depends on the given system you're talking about entropy. If you're talking about the universe, it's billions of years. But if you're talking about fucking a comedy show, that's pretty fucking quick. That shit breaks down fairly goddamn fast.
I've been the first comic and depleted their energy before the show started, dude.
Yeah.
I've walked crowds before the crowd was even getting going yet. So
yeah, but I mean that's a good thing to. It's not a good thing to do. It's a shitty thing to do.
It's a good thing to experience, to learn from.
Exactly what I was about to say. It's a good thing to experience.
Yeah.
I don't think I've walked. I'm not bad at walking people. I've walked people due to Jesus things, but it's just like old people at like casino crowds, which I don't feel.
They
bad.
were gonna walk anyways.
No,
they were sitting there resting. They weren't there for the show.
I fucking hate casino shows. They're the worst things.
I love them, dude.
World.
I get wacky. I don't care because I just want to get my set over so I can go play blackjack.
I don't think I've done enough quite yet. Like we're at the stage I'm at now because I was getting a lot of weird casino gigs at a point where I don't feel like I necessarily deserved it, and I didn't quite understand what was going on, just in terms of like audience interaction and stuff like that goes.
Yeah, I mean,
I think I could have more fun with it now because now I understand. I'm talking to a bunch of people who like at least 40% of these people are there because they lost money in this goddamn building and were given a free ticket to like
go do something else except spend money.
I've only done like 3 of them, but I even said that I was like, you guys aren't here for the comedy show. This is your punishment for losing your money. Yeah. This is your time out, so you can't spend anything else. Go sit down at the comedy show and think about what you've done.
Let me ask this: is that the ultimate open mic? Like these people are like in a state of major depression. If you could make these guys laugh, you can do that shit anywhere.
At one point, you stop trying to make them laugh. You're like, fuck these people. Yeah, these people will go to Branson if the gas wasn't so much.
Yeah, it's not even like an ultimate open mic because you're being paid to be there and it feels weird and like awkward. But I don't know. I didn't have a bad show. I opened up for Kevin Farley at one of them. I almost always say Chris, but it's not Chris.
I've opened for him.
If you're in your 20s,
I've opened for Kevin Farley, and I've embarrassed myself to him several times. And he's a nice guy, and he's funny. And like I've worked with him enough times now that like we both know. Like I'm like, he's like, you don't have to bring it up. He's like, it's fine. We'll reset. I've never met you. I'm like, I feel if you say all that, I feel like you had it prepared.
That's really
and you
funny.
remember how fucking stupid I am. But it's fine. You're still not Chris Farley. So
yeah, you're not. Yeah, I'm sorry.
But I'm just kidding. He's actually really funny.
Yeah,
like as far as stand up,
it's really cool. He has his like I really respect the fact he has like a legitimate stand up career where he's like fucking touring, doing casinos, making money as a stand up. And
he's not like he's not just living off the clout from being Chris Farley's brother. He's actually funny. Like the jokes that he writes are actually really funny. He had a joke about where he was just talking about lyrics that didn't make sense. And like he said, I think it was Ice Cube's lyric. He goes, big dicks in your ass are bad for your health. And he goes, well, yeah.
I remember that.
And then he goes, and then Sade goes, coast to coast, LA to Chicago. And he goes, what fucking map are you looking at, dumbass?
That's funny. I remember that joke too. And because, he said and that was one of those moments where I was like, wow, he really is his fucking brother.
He says, well, yeah.
He is
it's well-timed.
Yeah, well, he says, well, yeah, but it sounds like fucking Chris too when he does it.
Reminiscent.
Well,
Sounds like
it's his fucking brother.
No, it's just one of those moments where you're like, oh yeah. Because you get lost in the fact that he's like a legit comic.
Yeah.
Are we on?
Oh, yeah, we're going, dude.
Okay,
Usually I
cool.
do an intro, but I'm going to leave some of that in since I fucking besmirched Kevin Farley, and then we redeemed it by saying we like him. Like, that's what you do with comics. Like, man, fuck that guy. He sucks. But he's a nice guy. I really like him. Yeah.
The next month when I ran the soundboard for Pauly Shore, fuck that guy.
I have a Pauly story I'll tell you off air. But
that makes a lot of sense.
I should have got fired for the first time I worked with him, and then the next day he actually apologized to me, and I was like, oh, really?
Oh man, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I found my Vodka dinner. Yeah. Anyways, welcome back to the Open Mic Podcast.
Hi, folks.
New edition this week. Also, I want to say real quick before we get into this, if you're seeing us on YouTube, do that stuff you do for the things that you do, like follow, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and most of all, punch that fucking bell right in its tits so you can get notified when I drop more hot content, more hits, dropping hits on you. But I'm posting tons of content. If you guys are already on there, I've got probably about 100 videos that are a minute or less. Even some that are like 7 seconds. So, I mean, see if you like the episode. If not, like it anyways. Who cares? It's not like it cost you anything. Don't be a dick, dude. Send me your podcast shit. I'll like that back. Yeah, whatever. It's free. It's a free way to show support.
It's no money.
But seriously, we do appreciate all the new listeners. And every day, I mean, it's not like a huge level, but every day I'm noticing notifications like, oh, you got a new subscriber. Like 3, 4, 5 times a day, which, I mean, we'd go months for that without getting that before I was actually trying. But still, it's not as good as it should be for me trying. Anyways, with me as always, Jason.
Yeah, hey.
And how are you doing, man?
Man, I'm all right.
All right.
I'm out
Cool.
here living.
All right. Well, it's a good thing they don't make ropes very sturdy in this town. I've tested them.
Yeah.
But
I think it's a county ordinance.
yeah. Also, we're all really huge. But also, our guest this week, all the way from Tulsa, Oklahoma, we have Trever On.
How's it going, folks? How you doing? I don't know if you saying that was right or not. I feel okay. You got the pass.
You can cancel me for doing an Irish accent.
No, I'm not going to cancel you. Don't worry.
Not you. I mean, like you, as in like the knaves at home
the
watching
royal
this.
you, royal you people.
Like, not man, but mankind.
Yeah, like
the lesser people who don't do podcasts.
I'm in charge, D.
You lesser folks who don't dedicate rooms of your home to a pointless hobby.
I didn't say lesser, but I implied it.
Okay. Yeah, we knew.
Yeah, well, all right. But I mean, thanks for making the trip down. How do people normally say your name? Because I think of the Parkway Drive song, like I said when you got here.
I long accepted. It's Trever Carry On. If my grandpa hears that, he'll fucking backhand me. But I only met him a few years ago, so it doesn't fucking matter. It's Trever Carry On.
Like, so hey,
it's really Trever Carry On. Just Carry On. It's a Spanish name. You just roll the R slightly.
That sounds Irish or Scottish or one of those redheaded
It's honestly
peoples.
probably might be slightly French too. I don't really know. I've never actually really looked up fully
It's weird that you admitted that.
thing. Yeah, I don't like it. I was talking about that today, and I was telling
French
somebody.
French,
No, that
kind of French.
Oh, that's the
Cajun people don't matter.
The redneck French.
Yeah.
Let's hold off there.
Well, there's some history there with.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but like with the way the world's going with the Stop Asian Hate, like I'm for it. Stop Asian hate. Let's raise the little Cajun hate though.
Cajuns
just a little bit.
Yeah, Cajuns.
It's too spicy.
Turn it up a notch.
Well, I like that sausage is a seafood to them.
Yeah, but it's delicious.
It's delicious. Don't look at
I
me.
can't.
Compliments.
Yeah, I get it. That's
I'm gonna
the
eat
thing.
4
I
sausages
can't.
after we're done recording, dude. I'm gonna air fry them bitches. But
Yeah, and I couldn't survive in a swamp. That's Shrek and Cajun people.
You know what?
There's a very select group
I've
of people.
had swamp ass for 23 years. I'll be fucking fine.
I had it for several
You've
years.
been training this your entire life.
I've been training and fucking sitting in a pool of triple antibiotic ointment. I think I'll be fine, dude. Besides the gators.
When I was fat, I thought that was a normal people thing. I just thought that happened to all humans.
for fat people.
I thought baby powder was for babies and for lubricating your fucking fat thighs so your skin
I don't
didn't
use the
rip
baby
off.
powder. I do the triple antibiotic, but I only do it after I'm chafed. But I bought new underwears that they get that layer in there so the friction doesn't start a fire.
I didn't reach this far in the fat person skill tree before I lost the weight and then stopped adding like experience points to those levels.
Don't worry, I'll teach
like
you.
you
dude.
invested money on like clothing and underwear and specialty stuff, nothing like that.
Oh yeah, there's a whole market out here for the fat people. Just like it's basically country music, but
I
products you can
absolutely
buy.
believe it. There's a specialty market for everything.
Oh yeah, dude.
Look at it, it's a
But
feed store.
I was fatter actually.
Congratulations for
me and
being
Jason
less
actually
fat.
lost a bunch of weight.
Both congratulations
Yeah.
for being less
We
fat.
put half of it back on.
Oh, well.
fair.
But we're still down a little bit.
No, that's
so-
a step forward, half a step back. That's
Yeah.
still progress.
Which before we couldn't even make a half a step without it being out of breath.
Exactly.
So
Now, you're not wheezing. It sounds much better on this podcast, I'm sure.
that's why I got these covers.
Yeah. Okay.
It picks up.
Less Darth Vader wheezes.
Yeah. I thought I had a fat joke, but it's gone. Anyways, how long have you been doing comedy?
7 years.
7 years?
Yes.
That's exactly where I am. I'm like a couple weeks away from my 7 year.
Okay, I say 7 years. I started 7 years ago, and then I like my junior and senior year of college, I did maybe like a fucking few open mics. So it's like negligible to say whether or not I did comedy during that point, but I was still like.
So your span is 7 years. You might have actually been doing it maybe 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, and then like actually pretty seriously the last few years.
Oh, okay. So like 2 years and 5 years of fake valor. Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was
false valor, fake valor, stolen valor.
I was still doing I was in college and still doing fucking 3 or 4 open mics in Tulsa, and that's the thing about Tulsa. It's like a shitty city, but like you can get like stage time if you're willing to go there. So like I did a lot of fucking open mics, just wasn't quality time where I would feel like I was like.
Well, I mean that's open mics.
It was stage time. It was quality time, and that like I spent the time doing comedy, and I was there, and I'm still here, and I feel like that speaks for something. But it wasn't time that like I spend now, where it's like focused progression. It's a different thing.
And you actually get to do shows with crowds.
Mm-hmm. Shows with crowds. People.
I actually had a great time when I was in Tulsa. The first time I went, I was there for like 10 days scoring a bowling tournament. I don't know if you saw.
That's weird.
And just to give you guys some backstory, I actually don't know Trevor that well.
Specific.
We worked Tulsa Comedy Club. It's opening weekend, and you were hosting. I was featuring. So I mean, I haven't been there since the time I went there. My first set, I think I did the story about when I was there in the bowling tournament. I was scoring, we were on acid and all this, but it was actually a really fun time. And I talk shit about Oklahoma constantly, but I have a great time almost every time I'm there.
To talk shit about. Yeah, it's a shitty great place,
and everybody there agrees. They're not like up throwing ass about like, no, we like Oklahoma because
you're kind of treating it like a girl that you don't want everybody to know that you're messing with. You're just like, no, I hate Oklahoma. You're like, man, when you're there, you like Oklahoma.
I want the world to know about any girl I fuck.
And nobody really knows until you're like there and actually experience the worthy parts to experience. If you're in Tulsa or Oklahoma City, everything else can go eat a fucking dick. But I'm originally from here, and for the longest fucking time, I was pretty anti-Oklahoma because I was like a fucking anti-king or whatever. But
well, that was the understanding too. It was the suburbs of Texas.
Yeah,
Like fuck them, and they didn't have internet, and they all wore flannel shirts and shit.
That was the running joke me and Jason used to always say is that they're 10 years behind, and that they would say things like Cypress Hill has a second album, and so because they were so far behind, or they just realized flannel's not just blue or red.
You're absolutely fucking right. When I first got there, like I was listening to music that I had heard 6 months ago, like here.
And people are like, what do you mean you heard that?
No, it was literally fucking behind. It was weird. It was a weird time warp place where I like discovered I was a Mexican, because here it's like I was part of like the norm, but there I was unique.
When I go to Oklahoma, like here where I live in this part of DFW, my Bumble is fucking terrible. But if I go anywhere outside of here, especially Oklahoma, my fucking shit's on fire, baby. Like
that's like a sign that you might.
I'm low here, but up there, I'm somebody in Oklahoma.
Yeah, just keep Trevor. I was almost going to say maybe you want to move there.
Yeah, you look like
I don't want to move there. I don't.
You look like you might own a tractor.
Yeah.
You might own a tractor.
Are you getting Bubba Sparks vibes?
No, or like your dad bought you a dually in high school and you still own it and are trying to sell it for $30,000 and you're
I'll
really fucking
get 30 for it.
Yeah, you'll probably get 30 for it, and it has 270,000 miles on it.
Yeah, but look at them wheels though.
This is a very specific thing, folks. I'm sorry if anybody's here from like rural anywhere, you'll get this.
You got a 26-inch lift, and
if you've stuck your arm in a cow's ass, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, it's not
now.
the rapper.
Really, if you're raw dogging it, you're just there for longer, so it's perfectly fine. You hear my fucking accent coming out here, folks.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't have to be a farmer
as a brown man. I'm appropriating your culture with that accent.
A little bit.
Well, you don't have to be a farmer to just fist a cow, dude. Like that's the right equipment. Don't fist a human, fist a cow, dude. They have the equipment to hold it. They got a meat tunnel for your arm. You do that like when I click on a porn and somebody's getting fisted. I'm like, why are you doing that to a human? You're gonna hurt them.
Fist a cow sounds like a fucking
fist of cows.
Fisticows. You might find the episode.
You want to go to fisticuffs? Fisticows?
Fisticow sounds like something I'd buy off an infomercial to help me cook a weird niche burger.
Flash cook a steak.
Yeah, I spent $19.95 on it and got also another weird product.
It sounds like a product that you could walk up to a cow and it'll just take a fistful of meat and the cow can still live, and then you get a fist of cow.
That sounds like a horror movie.
Yeah, but I mean,
who
it's
wants to
still
go
a
fist
burger.
a cow?
Yeah.
I wanna
No,
go
that
fist
sounds like a
cow.
horror movie or science fiction, honestly.
Yeah, well, that's the world. The whole world is a game of telephone. I'm just regurgitating everything I've heard other people say and everything I've seen on TV.
Is that a picture of you?
That is me right there.
You look like an overweight Mac Miller.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Fat
you're
Miller.
welcome. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a great compliment. Actually.
Yeah,
I
it
actually,
really is.
since Mac Miller died, I've really got into his music. Maybe I should have enjoyed him while he was here.
No, that's a compliment. Absolutely, he's a beautiful artist.
Yeah, he actually is. I used to always talk shit. Probably just the only thing I knew about him was like the TV show and
Well, the
I
TV
think
show
he's
and the
kind of a
stupid
douche.
frat boys point.
Yeah,
but,
all that.
And only just the top songs.
well,
The top
honestly,
songs.
I don't think I would like him as much if I didn't realize, like, if I didn't not like him then for that stuff, because I like progression. Like, I really appreciate when an artist can like clearly grow as a human being, and you can see that through their
growth.
music. Yeah, absolutely. His growth was plummeting into like deep depression, possibly suicidal thoughts of
You mean
like,
being a human?
yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good point. Yeah, being somebody who thinks at all.
I think that growth is important in everything, though. This is why I hate beliefs in politics. I hate people that sink their mind into one mindset and that's their belief
Stagnation.
forever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I feel like shouldn't our whole thing here on this planet, shouldn't our goal to be just keep evolving to the best version of yourself that you could be? Like just try to move forward in your life. Don't get stuck in the mud.
I mean, that's
Progress,
supposed to
be a
the
better
plan
human.
and the understanding, but
But nobody does it. I mean, I say that, but I still do the same shit.
there's
Yeah.
a lot
So,
of people.
I mean,
There's a lot of people that do it. I think there's a lot of people that try to do it but aren't actually doing the right way to do it.
Yeah, I think it's really easy to get like lost in minutia though. Like most people have fucking families, and then you have to like worry about other people's like just safety and
All
like
that kind of shit,
yeah,
you
which
know,
is
security for yourself as you get older.
yeah, I don't have any of that. I can't fucking imagine having any of that
Yeah.
because
Buying a house.
I live beautifully selfishly.
I know. Same. It's all about me, and I just don't have time for shit. But I feel like I've grown, but also I feel like I'll grow a little. I'll take a step back and I'll grow a little bit. I feel like I'm still getting little steps ahead. I mean, I'm one of the, like, you remember when me and Jason have been friends for like 20 years and I used to be so defensive. I still am most of the time, but like I was just one of those people I wouldn't admit when I was wrong. And now if I fuck some up, I'm like, oh yeah, that was me. I fucked up. My bad.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's called growth. It's
I have
what you're supposed to do as a human.
Exactly. So I'm pretty cool, Trevor.
Yeah,
kidding.
I'm fucking dope as shit. Don't worry, I understand.
Also,
it's hard.
Did you catch? He used the word minutia. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't
so
hear it.
hard being talented and
I-
smart and stuff. It's really difficult.
Spaced it out.
Minutia. I just like that word. It sounds like some kind of sex gunk, but I just yeah.
Well, I mean, it can
Sex
be.
gunk's a good word.
It can be really.
It's not bad either.
It's not bad.
Sex gunk can have minutia.
Oh, dude, sex gunk is all
I
minutia.
really.
Also,
I want a soundboard. I want a soundboard called Sex Gunk Minutia, and I just want it to be Sex Gunk Minutia sounds.
I just want to be. I want to be in a band that's sex gunk and the minutia.
Sex Gunk in the
Yeah.
Minutia's
sex-
with sex gun.
welcome Sex Gunk in the Minutia twats.
So 7 years. That was the answer to the question.
7 years is the answer to the question. 7. It's a very biblical number. Praise Jesus.
Yeah.
Hail Satan.
7's gay. So, which is fine. It's going to be in hell, but it's
Is
fine.
7 gay?
Well, I mean, everything's gay at this point, pal.
7, 8, 9.
The seven's got a weird lean.
But yeah, it's got that weird, like, are you on this side or on this side? Either way, you end up here.
Well, and there's a schoolyard joke 7, 8, 9, so we can assume a 9 is also a woman. And
Yes.
Well, don't assume 9's gender. You fucking piece of shit.
Well,
you have no class.
that's a solid point.
just kidding.
Oh no,
You can tell he's
SNL, I'm
younger 'cause he
sorry.
agreed with it. Yeah.
I'm so talented, and we'll probably for sure get. I'm joking. I'm
I think
not.
that's
sixes
fine.
might represent men and nines might represent women.
Well, 69.
Yeah.
Which one's the guy and which one's the girl?
Flip it around.
Which way are you looking at it?
Exactly.
Oh,
What's the difference?
It's
I
like
don't
an
like-
infinity symbol.
I don't like
Either
this
way,
kind of philosophy.
It's all coming and going, dude. Just like this podcast.
This is too
It's all
existential.
poop and
This might
cum.
be our smartest episode
This is
yet.
too
Yeah.
existential.
Let's see if we can ruin that. Do
Oh, I'm
you have-
sorry, folks.
No.
I have more beer. I'll drink more.
You say folks. My mom's the only listener. Just call her Nancy. It's fine.
Bro, I'm an old white dude. I think in my soul for some reason, and it hurts me because I like my street cred and I want some, but I
Yeah.
can't have any. 'Cause
But
I
remember,
can't.
you're a white dude. We have no soul. White people have no soul.
I'm not a white dude. Hey,
You
people.
just said you were.
No, I'm joking. My last name is literally. I'm 3/4 Mexican. Like for real, I'm not white.
But your
Like,
name
I'm-
is all Irish.
It's not Irish. It's
What if,
Spanish.
what if you're
It's
going through
Calderon.
one of those swaps like in the movies and like Chris Rock is like in somebody you're in somebody else's body and the old white man is the spirit that's in you.
Oh, quick, you
Then-
Chris Rock. Say the N word.
Oh,
I'm kidding. It's
I'm not
The cool of you on the inside is
The
that you're
N-word!
white.
we used to try to get people to say the N word on the podcast. Now we realize that's a bad idea.
That's a terrible.
It's actually an excellent idea
Good thing there
because
was no film back then.
bad press is good press.
I mean,
so.
it's kind of like that. That feels like those YouTube videos of people trying to catch people who fuck like kids, where they're like messaging.
They should be caught. They're fucking
Exactly,
kids.
exactly.
It's a bad thing.
And if you're just gonna say it from like some bribery from two dudes on a podcast, you should probably be fucking caught too.
If you get caught that easy, you are gonna get caught.
If you guys convince me to say the N word, I should be not allowed to do
Don't
anything.
worry. Folks, he's actually said it 3 times, so he's paid me $100 each time. I edited him out. So.
I hate you.
I was just kidding.
You got a hard R jar inside.
I did 3 for 2. It was only $200 for all 3. I'm whatever. We don't have to apologize to them. They don't care. They know we're kidding. This is all satire and gross shit anyway. So, anyways, let's move on. We're moving to the next segment.
We're running thin, huh?
Yeah, we're running thin on time.
All right. Well, how about this?
Shit.
What sport would be funniest to add a mandatory amount of alcohol to?
What sport would be fun?
Oh man, to add like
What sport should you add alcohol?
I mean, there's
to?
obvious answers to this, like UFC. That's a very obvious answer to
Like,
me.
I would like to see some drunk fighting. Some
It'd
drunken
be-
master.
It'd be so fun, but like then there's non-obvious answers like ping pong.
Okay.
This just might be very
Bowling?
Yeah, exactly. That's
I
the
drink
thing.
every time I bowl.
Football?
There's an important
I
chart
think
here.
soccer. Get those fucking children drunk. Soccer's for kids. I don't know if
Soccer's-
you're into it because you're so Mexican.
Soccer
but
is for kids.
It's
to
for
keep
children.
Yeah,
It's-
it is really. It's an excuse to run. Which, if you're running, you're a child.
Yeah,
What are you
I'm not
doing?
falling for that.
I
You're
don't-
not going to
yeah.
catch me.
I don't trust
Yeah.
people who run. You're a fucking robot.
Yeah.
Why do you
Birds
just run
control you.
for
I
life?
don't trust you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Running would be kind of fun.
I ran drunk.
running?
Like drunk triathlons. That already exists.
What
Let's
about
be honest.
basketball-
That's for
what about
sure
basketball
exists.
Drunk and like, I mean,
Oh yeah, something with hand. Well, that's the thing.
I
I
would
was
pass
thinking
out if I was playing
there's
basketball and drinking.
there's like a consideration you have to take into of like where it's just like non-productive to watch it at all. Like ping pong, kind of pointless to watch.
Sure,
Too drunk
then
people
do the
watch.
shot.
Yeah. Like fucking.
I have the perfect one.
What's the perfect one?
NASCAR.
drivers get drunk.
It's a controlled track. We put up a couple more gates, and we fucking give those guys some high balls on those high speeds.
I think we might already be watching that. I think it's just.
but they need to be open about it.
That's
Yeah.
like the NASCAR secret menu if you really know. You really.
if you're like, and they should do rules like if you're in like the top 5, you every time you pull into the pit, you do 2 shots of tequila to get to even it out, to make it even for the other guys to get a chance.
I like a lot this. I like a lot this. That's what my brain's doing right now.
Podcasting, add more alcohol to that. That's
That's
what we're
I
doing.
would probably need to drink.
It's not a sport though.
Is it a sport? That's a good question too.
It's been sport fucking me for 2 years.
Base diving.
I don't.
Base diving.
Just add some extra danger to that already dangerous horror sport.
Luge, is that like the sled bobsled?
yeah,
sled
yeah,
bob.
yeah.
Now I'm good not talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So chug a
passed it on to
pitcher
you.
real fast and ride the luge down.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck that.
That'd be kind of funny to watch though.
All right. How about this? What body part would you like to have humans grow if you could?
Tail.
Humans grow. Oh, like a body part that we don't already grow.
Yeah.
Yeah. A big. I'd like for us to all grow a big penis.
Just
Women
everybody.
too?
Wait, hold on. Like men, an
Not
additional
my body,
penis.
not my choice.
An additional penis in addition.
No,
So,
just
like,
one
your
that's
penis?
big. One that's the one that's what's that significance?
Because I like the idea of like everybody gets a penis, but men just get an additional penis.
Yeah.
You get a penis.
Now
you get a penis.
Now
You-
men have 2 dicks, and we have to readjust to a society where
Yeah.
men now have 2 dicks.
Well, women have 2 holes. They can.
There is a
accommodate.
man that has 2 dicks. There's one man I've seen.
There was a guy in the 80s. with
seen
2
the
dicks,
pictures
and then
on
there was a
Reddit.
guy in the 90s with 2 dicks.
Is it the same man?
Well,
There's an
okay.
Asian man now,
And now
right?
there's a dude now that has 2 dicks.
Do men with 2 dicks not have a long lifespan? Because there might be multiple men with 2 dicks up live right
You
now.
know,
Well, I
like
mean-
he was already in his like upper 30s, 40s, and like 90s and shit.
I mean, jacking off 2 dicks would take up a lot of my time. I mean, jacking off one's already fucking keeping me running and busy. I mean,
Yeah, tail's a
Yeah.
good answer, though. A tail's a good answer if it's only like controllable. I want a tail with a hand at the end of it. I want it to be creepy, but like
I don't want a hand, but I want a thick one like a kangaroo or like a monkey where I could like hang from a tree, or I could use it to like
a thick one
wrap
would be
around
good.
my
A
beard and I
thick
can
one would
drink
be
with
good.
that and have my hands free to jack off.
Well, this is honestly
Or whatever.
beneficial because I believe we're going to turn into space people when the planet goes to shit eventually, and that's going to be very beneficial in
You
zero
think we're
gravity.
actually on a planet right now, dude? We're in our pods right now. We're
yeah.
we're being charged. We're charging the machines. Actually,
Statistically
right now,
accurate statement. I don't like going down this road
That's
if you want
why-
to save time. This
That's
is
why,
not good.
dude. That's why you can manifest something and it'll happen is because you just programmed it to happen.
I don't think any of this. Yeah, none of this is real for sure. I don't know what this means. I don't think I can comprehend what the fact that this isn't real means.
So you won't talk religion, but you'll talk about this.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's Matrix religion. It's
Are they
The
different?
Matrix.
Is religion and the Matrix?
Yeah, religion's well, I mean, it's they have a lot of similarities, but it's different because the Matrix isn't bowing down to a magical, muscular cloud genie
yeah. I don't have
that
a.
created us
You're
and
going
made up
to
a
hell.
book. Like this is what put me there, dude. Yeah, all right.
I don't have an example of a primitive version of
Hell's not
God,
real.
but we have video games, which is just a primitive version of what we're experiencing right now.
Yeah.
Like I can look at the progression of what's going to become this. I have never seen a baby God.
Yeah, and also
I have around Christmas in the manger. You know, the little doll.
Yeah, they produce
little
those in
statue.
China.
Statue.
I think we talked about God before. What we're calling like muscular sky Santa or something like that.
Hey, when I was a kid growing up, I used to think he looked like Vinny Barbarino on what's it called?
Welcome Back, Kotter. Yeah,
It
yeah.
was John Travolta in one of his younger years wearing a leather jacket with long hair. I used to imagine God looked like that.
It was
Just sitting in the clouds, like in a cloud chair, just like moving shit around.
This is another one of those examples where I'm clinging to the last strings of youth
well, I
I'm
was going to
grasping
say
to.
that was before we all knew John Travolta was gay.
What was your first image of God? How did you picture
Muscular sky Santa.
God? The muscular sky Santa?
Yeah,
Like
the-
in Santa's outfit?
Zeus, basically. It was Zeus.
Yeah, yeah.
Zeus like God. But then my grandma
for
was
sure.
like, she was Mexican, but she had pale white skin and white hair, and she kind of floated around the house because she had 21 kids, and we didn't know if she was asleep or dead or whatever. Because I mean, that's a lot
odd.
of. I did the math.
But
And
she
it was
can even walk
it
after
was something
21
like
kids.
over 1,000 months of pregnancy or some shit. It was like 1,800 months of pregnancy with that many kids, and she just kind of floated around. I'm like, she's basically a god right now. She's
just
created
think-
a lot of this planet.
Yeah.
I just think things weren't very good at counting back then. Like
Right? I remember like this name of like 8 of my uncles. You
Things,
said there
people.
Was like 20. Who else?
Yeah.
I've tried to name them all, and I always get to like 14 or 15. I know
See,
there's other ones.
I
out there.
think that they might be rounding up to you. They'd be like, "Yeah, you got like I had 20 kids," and it was really like 14.
and this
No,
is
I
who's
remember. I used to know them all when I was younger, like all the names. But I can get pretty high up there. I'm not
your-
gonna name them right
your
now.
aunts
but-
and uncles.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, so my great grandma had like 12 kids too, but this was like when you needed tractors and
back to
tractors
normal.
were
Well,
expensive.
I talk about this in that joke, and I want to add two more. But I even say the problem is my grandpa had a farm, and he wasn't hiring anybody. He was just making workers.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly
That's exactly what it was.
Keeping it all in house, born and bred, family owned and operated.
Yep.
We didn't even have farms though. I guess my family was just bad at pulling.
And
out.
also, it wasn't like a farm with like vegetables. He had cotton fields.
Yeah.
I just leave that part out.
Yeah,
Because I'm already
Yeah,
talking
it was
about
for
race
jackets
and all kinds of other
couches.
stuff.
Yeah, jackets and couches.
Yeah, he had a denim tuxedo plantation.
not a good thing to flex, really.
You live
Cut
in
the
big
sleeves
house.
off, you look pretty cool. So.
I mean, it does really.
How about this? Would you rather have? We only have room for maybe one or two.
Yeah,
Okay, well, let me find a good
pick a
one.
good
How
one.
about this? Would you rather have sex with all of your exes or complete strangers? Have an orgy with all of your exes or complete
We've
strangers?
done this one,
Complete
but I'll do it
strangers.
again. Strangers.
Yeah, absolutely. Complete.
Life's a
strangers.
buffet,
Yeah,
baby.
what are you
Taste some
talking
flavors,
about?
bro.
Why are you?
Why do
is-
I want to?
That's a non-question.
Why do I want to go back? Because we talked about this before. Because I remember I said it'd be like an Italian wedding. You're just walking around like, "Hey, Marie, how you doing, Marie?"
Yeah,
and all that.
all
Yeah.
yours, shaking
Yeah.
hands, making eye contact. Be like, "See, I told you, I didn't end
Not,
up with you."
not good. Yeah.
Okay, how about this? Would you rather? This is a gross one. Would you rather chew your toenails off or somebody else's fingernails?
I do the first one.
Your own toenails?
No, I do the first one.
You chew your own toenails off?
Oh, like off completely?
Like, just like
when you said trimming them, you bite
trim someone's fingernails.
I might have. Oh, someone. No,
your toenails or someone else's fingernails.
I might have bit my own toenails off in the last like 10 years.
By that glittery glimpse in your eye, I can tell you have chewed a lot of your own toenails off.
Yes, as an adult and a minor, absolutely,
for sure. As a
if I could get my feet up to my mouth, I probably would. I'd pick that one.
That was the last time I did it. I think I was like 12, 11.
Yeah, I'm still flexible.
Yeah. I'm pretty flexible for a fat guy, but I can't do that.
I don't regularly chew my toenails at all anymore.
Every time I don't.
Maybe 17 was the last time I did that.
I literally almost went to get a pedicure today because I'm like, I'm tired of this. I don't work for you. I don't want to do this anymore because
pedicures are so underrated.
Every time I trim my toenails, I always go too far on the big ones, and then it hurts in my shoe for like fucking a week.
I have ingrown toenails. I always have to cut them out. So,
yeah. I don't want to bite someone else's fingernails though.
My mother just worked a lot, and I had to take care of it myself.
Yeah,
we had to bite Mum's nails for her. All right, how about this one more? Would you rather drink all of the half-empty drinks or smoke all of the cigarette butts the day after a big party?
Smoke all the cigarette butts.
Cigarette butts. Yeah.
Fire kills the germs.
No, because then you'll be drinking cigarette butts.
I don't drink almost my half-empty drinks. I leave the last drink because it's gross.
Yeah.
Disgusting, nasty drink. Yeah, I don't even know what it is. I don't feel like I backwash that much. It's just the carbonation.
I know I don't because I sip this and I don't. I hate when you used to share drinks with people and they leave that. I'm like, hey man.
Oh, I make a point.
You left me a kiss. You left me a kiss.
I don't fucking do that all the time.
Yeah,
every
that's
fucking
yours,
day.
Bro. That's yours,
dude, bro. Is my middle name, bro. I'm all about the
Trevor. Carry on.
It's actually Chase.
I just want to see how that's spelled.
I drink all of my drink. I don't leave anything, but that's because I'm an addict and I'm like, that's how much more I can get fucked up from this.
I drink it all the way down if it's like still cold. Like, man, if it gets hot at the luch at the bottom, I'm just like.
Well, that's the thing. If it's still
cold, I'll pour it out. I'll go get a new one. I'll pour it out.
If it's still cold, that's the thing. Because there's so much happens to the drink at that point. It's lost the carbonation. It's lost the fucking coldness. It's lost its soul. Fuck the drink at that point.
That's why you hold your drink from the top instead of holding it all the way down.
We live in a late stage capitalism and we need to like enjoy its plunders a little bit before this all burns down.
I mean, if I'm actually drinking, this doesn't really count. But if I'm actually, I usually drink liquor anyway. I drink tequila.
Yeah, that's I like whiskey.
Most of what I drink. Like after when we worked that club. I think you had taken off. I ended up getting fucked up there and went to meet. I had some other friends in town
at
this
sense.
Weed convention show thing, so I went to party with them. But I was hanging out there with the owners, and they were super cool. And they wouldn't let me pay for anything. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I tipped all the bartenders pretty well. And like he's like, we're not trying to get you fucked up. And I was like, dude, I'm already fucked up.
Yeah.
Right? They were just feeding me drinks.
Did it?
Yeah, they were feeding me drinks, and my hip was hurting, and I felt like I could walk. So I just kept chugging tequila. I was like, fuck it. And they were giving me the top shelf shit too.
No, yeah, they're really generous. I really like that club.
Oh, dude, I want to go back.
People that are listening, if Tulsa Comedy Club,
go to Tulsa Comedy Club because Looney Bin doesn't book me.
How many comedy clubs are in Tulsa? I haven't been there.
There's about to be 3.
There's 2 right now. There was one for the longest time.
It's almost like a monopoly, just only having 2 there, right?
But there was a lot of indie shit, and there's like the First Shop. I love that room. That room's cool.
He's kind of dead now.
Okay, well, I used to like that room.
Yeah, the First Shop was a glorious room. Don't fuck that place, but it's just like, I love First Shop. It's a great bar, but it's just like, it's fizzled out.
All the best.
I got hammered there like 3 times a week I was there and only performed there once.
Yeah.
But Bricktown's about to open a club there, and there's Tulsa Comedy Club and Looney Bin, which is kind of strange for a city that size. They're going to have 3, but I don't think anybody saw Tulsa Comedy Club coming. I think they just kind of were like, all right, well, we got a club now.
No, that's exactly.
And it's a dope spot. It's in an old movie theater, and they have all these different music rooms, and the showroom is cool, and green room is upstairs. You need an elevator, guys. Yeah. But I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Is Tulsa bigger than Oklahoma City or the same or no?
No, Oklahoma City's bigger. I think Tulsa's only like 500,000 people.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And Oklahoma City is...
But it's booming. There's a lot of people moving there.
Yeah.
A lot of growth. Houses,
there's a lot of development. There's a lot of like art growth. It's becoming like hipstery and cool kind of. I feel like, I don't know, I get shit on for saying this by certain people, but I feel like it's becoming what Austin kind of was in a weird way. Like, just like it's kind of become like a center of like weird artsy people moving there because it's still cheap enough to live there.
Plus legal weed. There's plenty of weed in Austin.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there.
But there's legal weed in Oklahoma.
Yeah. So, the people are actually cool there, but I mean, Tulsa has like 500,000 people, and Oklahoma City I think has like 1 million savages.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also it's a cool place where you can still get an apartment for like $800 or $900, and it's fucking.
Remember when we first met? That's what the prices were here in Dallas area. Now
sounds like it's
that was 20 fucking years ago. That's
sounds like it's worth it to buy a house or two out there.
That's exact. Shut the fuck up. We don't need to say that on any public forums.
Don't buy any houses in Tulsa. Just rent one. Yeah.
No, I need to buy
one from me. Yeah, right. Well, this segment's dead. I can tell because I got awkward.
Cool.
Let's move on. Let's do the open mic. Since you are the guest,
I'm the
you're
guest.
going to spin it either direction.
Yes,
Give it a good
tactile
hearty
things.
spin.
All right, cool.
Like a farmer
Real
would.
girthy spin.
I'm literally a farmer. I grew 10,000 weed plants this year.
Nice, dude. Compliment something.
You have really nice soundproofing. Am I supposed to compliment? You have really nice. Am I supposed to?
It's
okay.
up to you, dude.
Yeah, all right.
I don't own you. Your body, your choice.
Oh, this is just like an open mic thing for myself. All right,
compliment
cool. You have
something.
very nice soundproofing in this room. I'm sure
man.
it keeps people from hearing the children scream.
Dude, there's no children. There are victims, but there's no children.
Bro, there's a fucking...
Children are not sexy at all.
There
dude.
is a stepfather style fucking dryer in this room.
Dude.
Look inside.
Looks a little sus.
Don't look inside until I turn the camera off.
Maybe
but
not
look inside.
children, but people are screaming in here, and I don't know that it's always willingly.
It's the demon screams. The demon scream.
Oh my god, is this for me? It's probably for my own fucking...
We'll find out after the show.
It's probably for my own kidneys. What else am I supposed to...
This is literally only for us to watch as we watch the other half that's private. Or
Yeah. I'm not going to watch this.
Or Patreon, of course.
Yeah, we don't have a Patreon.
I really appreciate this.
But we should have a Patreon, and we should have fans.
I like your washer and dryer from
I love
1987.
Lamp, right? That's the direction we're going here.
Yeah, I love Lamp.
I'm having high school flashbacks of my uncle because of these washer and dryers. That's not a joke. It's kind
Somebody's
of a real
been
thing.
fishing.
I like that you frosted your beard tips.
You
I didn't
frosted-
frost them, dude. They just grow like this. I'm multicultural, man. People always do that. People be like, "Why'd you dye your beard red?" I'm like, "I didn't. I don't know. My skin can't decide if it's brown or white." So
Oh
I did
no,
this.
you're Spanish, like right? You're Mexican or whatever. That's
I'm Latinx.
Exactly.
I'm just kidding. I'm not Latinx.
Yeah, it's as the people would say the colonizer shows up in you. you look like what Cortez did. Yeah, you look like you would have come across on Cortez. If you put like some silver armor on you and you cut off the arm of a brown person, it wouldn't be out of place.
I'm a direct descendant of Nike Cortez.
Yeah, that's a good shoe.
Mikey C to Mikey B.
Yeah, Mikey Cortez.
I found the first
I'm
silver
opening a
hairs.
shoe store. It's gonna be Mikey's Nikes, and they're not for sale. Just come look at them and pay me. I'll just keep them.
Just look at them.
Yeah,
Mikey.
it's a shoeseum.
Hey, who makes your shoes? Mikey's Nikes.
Yeah. I just want to say I need some credit for Shoeseum. That was pretty good. But
Shoeseum?
anyways, what about you? Compliment something.
Yeah, I did.
What?
I liked your frosted tips. I was wrong.
But it was a
That's
lie.
gray hairs now. I know.
It was a lot. Yeah, there's a lot. I tried to trim them today, but coming in strong. I like that you came to do our podcast.
Oh, thank you so much. That's actually very wholesome.
Appreciate that. I feel like you want to kiss me right now, and we'll figure it out.
And if that were to happen, I like the fact that you already have a snake bite ready to go. I'm looking at you at this angle on your mustache that's ready to just give you the shock real fast before it happens.
There's a lot of static in this room, probably from all the victims.
It doesn't feel so complimenting anymore.
People like a good victim, though. Murder mystery, very popular.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to do crime stories in a bit, so
I love me
we're
some crime
definitely
stories.
trying to hack into that territory too.
Love me some crime stories. What are we looking
Tell
at?
a secret.
you got a
Oh,
secret.
it's hard because I tell my secrets on here all the time.
Yeah, I
dude.
almost have zero secrets.
I you know me, I'll blurt it out. I've talked about how I masturbate for a long time with condoms.
You landed on that to spin it again because you do.
What
episode is this? You've told
I do
81
make
secrets so
yeah,
far?
I do make all the rules. So fuck it.
I heard Donald
It's on
Glover
you.
tell me, tell it all to everybody always when I was like 17, and I took that to heart.
Lost respect. Oh well,
Well,
lost respect pretty much for everybody by this point. I
Yeah.
mean, fuck.
I lose respect when I see
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
someone's butt pop out of their pants and they bend over and do shit.
Dude, there's a friend of mine. He hasn't been on the podcast yet, but he's a comic. And he always come over. He'll come over and he does the same thing. And he'll eat some edibles when he gets here, and then he'll pass out. And he's a big fat guy. Not shaming him, just fucking painting a picture here. But he's a big fat guy. His crack is
facts,
always
no
out.
printer.
And this is the first time I've bought furniture, like shopped for furniture and bought instead of just finding whatever was around. And literally, the last time he
Congratulations.
passed out, I walked by and his whole ass was on my new couch. And I
like
literally
you saw the fibers of his butt hairs and the fucking fibers of the couch mingling.
They were mingling.
They were velcroing together.
They were getting a second base, dude.
His whole ass was on your formerly new couch. Dude, at that point, it's not a new couch, dude.
It's not a new couch.
Butt DNA. Definitely.
Dude, he definitely, like, if he went missing, they would arrest me for my couch because they were second base. They were fibers and butt hairs were touching, and I had to fucking wake up. They almost got to third. I had to, like, grab him and shake him because he was in an edible coma, and I made him come sleep out here on the futon in the podcast room where it smells like cigarettes and shit. And I was like, dude, I lost respect for you. Like, you doo-dooed up my couch. Okay.
There was some like
I saw
it a
grease.
little sticky. There was a little sticky.
It looks greasy, dude. It looked like he sat on the grill of like a greasy burger diner.
That makes me sad.
You should have got the high starch, on the couch on the fabric.
Dude,
so the butt grease would just like wipe right off.
Gave her couch a yeast infection.
I'm just gonna donate it. Fuck it, and I'll just find a couch.
Put it on the side of the road, and somebody's gonna be like, "Oh my god, what a nice couch!"
Yeah, I'm gonna put that couch out like his ass was.
Oh god,
completely out. So hi JP. Anyways,
I just lost respect for JP as well, and I don't know the man.
And that sucks because I love JP, but also
JP's probably a great guy.
Damn it, JP.
Well, it's JP's ass.
Yeah,
not him.
A guy named
he's a
JP,
super sweet guy.
A guy named JP would walk around with his ass exposed, though. It's an abbreviation name, and that's very on.
He is a character,
on
and
brand.
okay, here's a quote. He went with me to Oklahoma to Oklahoma City to do some spots at Bricktown, and he said he hadn't slept in a few days. And he was tired, so he was in the back seat and he passed out. And halfway there, he woke up. And I meant to post this week. I was just gonna say, direct quote from JP. And he wakes up and he goes, "Hey guys, are we still in the Arbuckle Wilderness?"
Did you guys stop through Arbuckle?
No. No, it's only 2.5 hours. We didn't stop at all.
He was dreaming of giraffes and llamas and
poorly treated animals on somebody's
Nature.
farm.
He was having a good time. He was like a puppy running his feet while he was asleep.
Yeah. What about you guys? What have y'all lost respect for?
Losing respect's a weird one.
Recently it's women that the country women that the older ones that they just talk so old and droll like that. I don't know. It's just like it just starts to get on my nerves after a while.
Yeah, nobody naturally talks like that. Like everybody in my family, like my brothers and sisters that are browner than me, all sound like a bottle of whiskey that can talk. And people ask me, they're like, "Oh, are you from Philadelphia?" I'm like, "No, I just don't talk like I'm fucking stupid."
It's like you realize you've reached a certain point of like a character of like what society thinks you should be, and now you've become the fucking old fucking fart that should be like this person. Yeah, you become the old fart character.
Yeah, how you doing, Justified? You sound like a character from a show. It
feels like a forced dialect. And if I may make a relation here, which may come under fire a little bit, when my wife is watching a whole bunch of, you interested? I got you interested.
Now I'm listening to you.
All right, so like when my wife is watching like all the makeup videos and stuff like that, and it's 90% guys that are doing it, and that's fine. Watch them. They're gay fellas for sure. And
clearly.
They, just with the voice, like it's just so like farce.
Yeah.
I'm like after a while, I feel like I hear these voices speaking.
Yeah,
when she's not watching them sometimes, and I'm like, were you just watching a makeup video? She's like, no. I'm like, I'm fucking hearing fucking makeup tutorials.
Jason's got gay demons in his head.
We all have
Can
gay
we please
demons
name this
in our
Jason
head.
and the gay demon?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We now need a gay priest to exercise.
Let's focus group it.
Priest and gay, those two cancel out. We know.
That's a solid point. Two negatives, positive.
So yeah, I got kicked out of Catholic school after a week.
Doesn't everyone get kicked out of Catholic school?
Only people I respect. That's who I lost respect for. People who actually finished Catholic school.
I mean, you're already generally bent over there. I've lost respect.
Double entendre. I can't spell it, but I can say it. Entendre.
And you said it right.
Yeah.
I've lost respect for A&E. The channel on TV. They're the show. I think that it's A&E or TLC. 1,000-Pound Sisters, Hoarders, all the good trash TV that exploits people at their lowest points.
But I love some of that.
I love all of that. Hold on.
Hoarders. I can't. After 3 episodes, I get physically sad, like I'm watching The Walking Dead. I literally went into depression on that show. But I love watching an episode and just complaining about it.
I grew up in a hoarder house. I love all of that shit. But that's not why I lost respect for
my
it.
last one I ever watched was all the animals.
The puppy, the cats,
the refrigerator.
I want it made me want to throw up, and I cried. I'm not gonna lie, I cried.
I lost respect for them because of their new show, Adults Meeting Adults, which is just ha 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 adult trafficking.
I haven't heard this. Like foreign people meeting.
No, yeah, it's straight up like this a creepy dude and his adult wife that's like, it makes him so happy, so I'm letting it happen. This guy like,
what happened?
The contestants paid to be on the show,
and then it's this adult man being like, I've always wanted a daughter, and then this fucking 18-year-old Russian chick's coming over, and she's like, hi, I'm your daughter, and he's like, I've always wanted a daughter. I just can't get physically attracted to you because you are a beautiful young woman, but I haven't looked at you as you are a beautiful young woman because I am. Well, I had another girl I was going to make my daughter, but I got attracted to her, so I couldn't make her my daughter because I would fuck her.
So you're less attractive than the other girl.
Sounds like the producers made him get 18-year-olds, and he's a pedophile in training.
It
sounds like the network
or a pedophile. No one has caught yet.
It sounds like all this, the secret society shit, where they're basically like, this is them putting it on display. Of paying. These guys are paying.
Yeah, I'm down for Hoarder's level of exploitation for my enjoyment, but that's a little bit like there's literally that's like a fucking problem there. Probably.
I thought you were gonna bitch about that trucker show that goddamn well is fucking all completely fake and reenacted.
They're all fake, dude. Every single. Yeah. I was on a reality show for HGTV. I
keep trying to find that. Sometimes I see that.
People
show
have
still on.
come up to me and talked to me about my episode, and I've never fucking seen it, and I can't find it.
Yeah,
I can find it, but I refuse to pay for it, and I don't use my.
It was a flip it
Texas flip and move.
Flip and move.
They paired me up with a wife. We auction. We go to an auction for a house. Like basically, there's auction number one where they go buy a shithole house.
An acting gig, right?
And they and
everything's
they
fake.
Pick up the house with a fucking truck and they bring it back to this lot and then they remodel the house and then they auction it back off. And they paired me with a wife. We argued on camera because she was trying to fuck up our backstory. I'm like, bitch, they're gonna cut our scene. Like I need this credit. And then.
I need the 150, not the 75. Come on.
Yeah. I wanted that. I want to come back for the second episode. And the people who won it, who actually won the auction, it was a gay guy and a lesbian that were best friends, and they just paired them since they knew each other, and they like won the auction. Like, oh yeah, we're buying this house for whatever. But I just remember in the auction part, they're like, you bid $60,000. I was like, all right. And like a plane kept coming over because we're outside for this auction, so they kept making me redo it. So at one point I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna have some fun." So I went Yosemite Sam or Foghorn Leghorn, and they were like, "50, we got 50, 55 over here. Anybody got 60?" I was like, $60,000. And I said like that, they're like, do that again. They shot it like I had to do that 40 times, and by the end I was like, I hate fucking hate myself.
Fucked up. Like that over
$60,000.
Was you like really growling out?
No, I fucking reached for it, dude. $60,000. I did it so many fucking times.
That's a great story to me though, because that's a story of you making a boring situation because you're a fucking comic. You made it like a thing where you were like, nobody would remember you if you didn't fucking do that shit.
Yeah, and I did Queen of the South a few times too, and basically you stand around all day. One of the days we did, we were shooting at an abandoned hotel, but it was like painted up like a brothel. It was supposed to be in Mexico. It was in Dallas.
Were you henchman 1, 2, or 3?
That one I was brothel guard 1.
Okay.
Yeah,
but there's a credit? Is there a credit?
They didn't put my name anywhere. I'm just listed as guard. They didn't even use my name. I don't even think they put my name in the credits because it's on Netflix. Like I can pull it up right now. But that one was fun. Both the times, or 2 or 3 times, I recorded with them. Another was we were setting up a cocaine lab. The coke was fake. I tried, but I got high with the assistant directors, producers.
Like,
I did. There was a fucking pallet of it. It was stacked this high, and one was ripped. And I just put my hand. I don't know what it was. Fucking terrible though. Like I did like 3 grams before I was like, all right, that's enough. But I can't even do an 8 ball.
Just to be sure, it might be extra cut.
But it was standing around all day eating craft services and shit. The brothel one was cool because I was hanging out with the chicks that were supposed to be in the brothel. Most of them were ugly, but they looked better on camera. But they were all in lingerie for the whole day, and from like 6 a.m. till 4 when we finally shot our scene. And it was fun.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's all fake. Like Pawn Stars, I used to love that show until I found out it was fake. You can pay to go in that pawn shop. Those guys, everything that's brought in is set up. Those experts, everything, it's all made up. It's
everything's
all Storage
fake.
Wars is
even
fake.
down to fucking radio shit. I'm friends with a voice actress lady, and she gets hired to do like the fucking anything you do with like dating or anything like that. It's all voice actress people. It's voice actors, actresses.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all fake.
Yeah,
everything's fake. Nothing you hear or see is real. Everything is an illusion, folks.
Let's
not have a pause there.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's fine. That's why we have this format though. Instead, I didn't want to have one of those podcasts where people just talk and there's a lull. Like,
do you edit and cut between like?
Yeah. Well, no, we're not going to edit. We're going to let people know that you're kind of awkward and you touch my leg under the table.
Oh no, I'm for sure kind of awkward, and I touched your dick. So let's.
Well, I call it my leg.
He gave me permission before the show.
We have this format, so instead of having those lulls and like nowhere to go, it's time to move on. We'll go on to the next thing. Let's see.
Anything?
Let me see if I have anything worth workshopping. Do you have any new things you want to throw out or pitch at us? Or
yes.
Try to tag it up?
Sure.
Go for it if you're ready.
All right. I've been doing this thing recently where I burst out. So how about them Jews? Just very shocking punch, obviously, kind of a weak, crippling thing. But this is the idea of like, I like Jews. Don't worry, because I like me a Jew. I don't know a lot of Jews, but every single person that I really fucking hates also hates Jewish people. So I must love Jewish people. Because everybody that I hate hates Jews. If your very presence is enough to get like some angry white dudes to go buy a tiki torch, I can probably fuck with you at a barbecue. So Jewish people must be cool. And then it goes into this thing of like, I was raised like Southern Baptist.
And you're not going to prop comic this with like a white robe or anything.
No.
Just making sure.
No.
It sounds like we're leading to this a little bit.
No, but it goes into this
The hat.
this really dumb idea of like why. What are the reasons that people don't like Jews?
I didn't know.
Like you like go into like what are the reasons people don't like Jews? And it's like the dumb Christian reason I grew up with. Well, the Jews killed Jesus, which is really stupid as a Christian if you grow up as a Christian, because we should be thankful the Jewish people killed Jesus, because that was Jesus' only fucking job. Like John 3:16, so God loved the earth, he gave his only begotten son, so you may have everlasting life. If Jesus didn't die, God would be so mad.
That guy did his job.
That's kind of a dick dad, right?
Well, no, that's the thing, and that it goes like there's so many like weird things to go into that because like there's this time skip in the Bible where Jesus basically goes from 3 to base 30 or some shit like that, and I have to think at some point in there Jesus was like, I don't want to work for you anymore, Dad.
Yeah, fuck you, Dad.
I've been building these shelves, and I think I really have something here.
I've been helping people, and I want to restructure our deal.
I think I just want to be a doctor or maybe a painter. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
But yeah, it's all really just to get into this Jesus stuff of like, and then like, Jesus was a carpenter. Like we say all this thing about Jesus. He was a good savior. He was a good like teacher. How good of a carpenter? What was his Yelp rating? Was it like 3.5 stars of David? Yeah, it was like 3.5 stars of David out of 5.
I would like to read the bad reviews.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I like
3.5 stars out of David.
3.5 stars of David out of 5.
That's
hilarious. Actually.
Yeah. Well, and then
I would like to see the reviews. Negative reviews on Jesus.
That's a good idea. I like the idea of going into negative reviews.
He came here smelling like weed. He drank. I kept giving him water, and he seemed drunk by the end of the day.
Or even positive reviews of like, I know he was sent here to save my soul, but he made this chair like he was sent here to save my posture.
Maybe talk about how he brought one fish for lunch and then he got too full and took a nap.
Mm-hmm. But then I go into this dark angle where I kind of want to end it with, I don't know if it's too dark, of like, he was a carpenter, right? So like like when he was getting crucified, at the moment where they were putting the cross on his back, like for a flash of a moment, was he like, it's mahogany.
Let me stop. I have a tag for you there, right there too. At that point, where you be like, when they nailed him to the cross, was like, these joints aren't gonna hold.
Yeah, I know where these nails were supplied from. I got them from my chest.
These are used screws.
Yeah, I really like the idea of him criticizing the wood because.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, dude.
Yes.
I don't really do a lot of politics or religion. The only
Me neither, but I grew up so fucking in the church that I really feel like
all that shit shoved in my face. So did Jason.
Absolutely.
But the only aspect of it that I really wanted to talk about, like I know people have mentioned, like there's that whole blank period where maybe Jesus was like other high school kids, like he was a stoner.
There's an empty heart,
he was a
all the way
band kid
from when he was 12.
Oh yeah, there's a lot to
28.
explore there.
But like, not even that. The part that I tried doing a joke about, and I just kind of abandoned the whole premise, was like, what about Joseph? Nobody talks about Joseph's experience. What about like all his friends in the town? He'd be out having a fucking some mutton and some ale, and his friends come over there drunk already. And they're like, So tell us again how your wife got pregnant.
Oh,
He's like, it's a miracle, dude.
The
Like, so,
idea.
hey, hold on a second. So God got your wife pregnant. You ain't gonna do shit.
He got her
You
pregnant
ain't
without
gonna
fucking
do
her.
shit.
Without fucking her. So he had some sperm on his finger. Come on, what happened here? And then he's like, "It's a miracle, guys." And then they're like, "Oh yeah, well that lady your stepson's hanging out with is in charge of $10 for a miracle." So
I had this idea that fucking Jesus' birth was the only time that gay sex has resulted in a pregnancy, because it's basically described as like a beam of light coming down and impregnating a woman without having sex with her. That's pretty gay. This sounds pretty gay to me.
It sounds like a gay story.
it sounds pretty gay, but also if she can get pregnant that way, why am I wearing a condom? It's not going to matter. She's going to be pregnant.
Well,
either way.
it's in a condom joke. It's about like you can get condoms at a gay club and like they don't even get pregnant.
Listen, what if the publishers that originally got the rights for the Bible and shit like approached them at first and they're like, all right, so we're not going to say that you guys had this kid. We're just going to say that the fucking
y'all weren't married, so we're not going to say that because
We're
that's
going to make you super famous.
what if they were like.
I thought,
What if they were like, we can't say y'all had sex without being married because then you're going to plummet the ring industry later on.
I've thought about
also,
that.
I just opened a jewelry shop and I really need to sell a lot of
I
them.
really like the idea that Jesus was really just like a house schemester, like fucking fraud guy. That
He was
like,
a door-to-door salesman?
yeah, essentially that like he's a door-to-door salesman or like a fucking illusionist that was like, I'm gonna figure out how to make these people believe I walked
The
on water.
prestigious.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but like a con man.
So
Yeah.
there's lead up to people claiming that he's like the savior, and it's just like okay, what happened in these like 12 years that we were missing? What else did he get?
Yeah,
into?
he's and like I'm not. We're past
Shady dealings.
We're past blasphemy at this point, I guess. But like, if
I'm
he's
so
so
sorry,
great,
folks.
why don't you tell us why?
Yeah.
What like okay, I know you like save some kids with leprosy, amoxicillin will do that now, but like what
Gave the kid
made
leprosy.
him the savior of all man? His deadbeat stepdad
I feel like I had a fair question.
or deadbeat dad? Sorry, not stepdad. Joseph was actually a good
Yeah.
guy.
He wasn't-
I'm on Joseph's side here. I
He
feel
wasn't
bad
a
for
deadbeat
him.
at all. That man,
Yeah.
he taught him. How
Oh,
to make
Joseph.
a living,
Yeah.
Joseph. He wasn't.
Yeah, I didn't realize it
deadbeat
was
at all.
Joseph. Still.
I meant God because he wasn't around.
Joseph was.
Anyways,
No,
that's
you're
fine.
right. Joseph was a stepdad.
Yeah.
I never even thought about that.
Either way, whether they didn't have sex or they did, he's not his natural father. So
Yeah,
that's a stepdad. Right
Well, I'm
there.
arguing that the Bible publishers came and said
That's a really funny idea that Joseph
story
is a
here.
stepdad.
Who owns the rights to the Bible?
King James,
Whoa.
LeBron.
I guess he is better than Michael Jordan.
was the
then.
best moment
I've been
here.
wrong this whole time.
That's why he created that estate.
6 rings of purity.
Wait a minute. He didn't have 6 rings.
Oh, I know. I was just trying to make him feel.
that's Jordan
I
with
was
6
trying to
rings.
make him
Okay.
feel good. It's fine.
3.
Huh? How many does LeBron have?
3, I think.
I
2
didn't.
with
I don't watch
Miami, 1
basketball.
with
I
Cleveland,
didn't have a
he has
father,
4.
so I don't watch. Yeah, I don't watch sports either.
Well, you might be Jesus, dude.
It's a good
Yeah.
one. It's a good one.
Has your dad had you killed yet?
No, not yet. I'm
No?
not.
28,
I got a
though.
few years.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
No, he
it's
died.
coming.
I think Jesus was
Wasn't he-
crucified when he was 28.
Jesus was
I thought he was
32 when he
32.
died. Yeah,
32?
See, that's the thing. I didn't have it shoved down my throat. I fucking believed it and went willingly for like many
could see you
years
at a
of my
church
life.
function.
Yeah. I was
the first thing you were taught to believe.
I
What was
not
you
even
think
by
that
no,
was?
I wasn't even taught to believe it. I was just a weird lonely kid, and that was like I need friends, and that's where I went, and then I just fucking bought into it for the next 8 years of my life.
Yeah.
So I feel
Because you
like
saw a pretty girl buy into it, and you're like, okay,
well,
well,
that's a sense. Yeah, I wanted to touch a vagina. I
wanted-
I was
you
a
wanted to
teenage
break
boy,
some-
and I wanted to touch a vagina,
You
and there was
followed the
vaginas
Bible.
there, and it took me to Falls Creek, which is church camp in Oklahoma, which is where
Church Cramp was right.
church camp in
Cramp in my
Oklahoma.
style.
It is church camp in Oklahoma, which is where I touched my first vagina.
Nice. So a bunch of commandments.
Those are
getting broken.
ill-gotten goods, Trevor.
Which is what you're supposed to do at Falls
Sorry.
Creek.
Y'all be breaking commandments at,
Yeah.
at this. At this
No,
camp.
church camp in Oklahoma, Falls Creek specifically. There's like an underground slogan of more kids are made than saved. Like you go there to fuck and like sing Jesus worship
Hey,
songs.
I've always known that the kids on the inside with that shit, with religious stuff, they're always
Yeah.
the first ones and deepest ones.
Not all of them, and I
not
wasn't.
all, not all.
I couldn't fuck. I was trying to, but I was also like, I really love
what do you
God.
mean you were trying but you couldn't?
I was not. What do you mean? I was.
He's probably too young, too
too young for that holy
antisocial,
pussy.
too shy. Too
No, I was like 17 or 18 when I lost my
I
virginity.
don't know why I keep thinking that in my mind. I can't think of a good joke for it, but that's a lot of holy pussy.
No, yeah, I was like
Which
17.
I guess you can say that about all my girls.
Well, all pussies have holes in them.
I was 17.
All pussy is holy.
Yeah. What if that's the title?
Oh fuck!
I don't think you can do that.
Yeah, I think I can. I think in America I can. I mean, am I lying?
No, it's a fact. You are actually stating
All
a fact.
pussy is holy, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. There are probably some extenuous medical cases. There's a House episode that covers this and proves you wrong.
Yeah, but it's also House. It's made
House.
up.
It is House. It's hilarious.
And
I'll
also-
take it to the house, dude.
Also, if there's a small percentage of whatever it is that you're
I'm not
going
going to name it that. I know, but
It's outlined.
But I kind of
Yeah,
want
you're
to.
right. You're right.
matter.
I really want to call this all pussy is holy.
All pussy
I'm not
is holy.
going to, but
Obviously.
I'll make a clip out of it. It's fine. Yeah, I'll make a clip and it'll get 17 views and no likes. It's fine.
That adds to the views, man. Hey, 17, shit. Do it.
All right. Well,
17.
Happy about it?
17 is 2 more than 15, and that's a positive
man.
outcome.
And that's 15 more than we had about a year ago. So I'm good with that.
What train of thought were we just on?
I don't know, man. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't fucking
Training
know.
in the sun, for sure.
No,
man.
we
a
did the
lot.
workshop your joke, and then I did
Oh,
my
yeah, we're
take on
doing
that
this
with
right
Do you
now.
have a joke?
Joseph.
Are you doing
I used that Joseph one. We're running tight on time.
Jesus stuff, yeah.
Let's-
How tight are we?
yeah.
My story's a little long.
We're not as tight as some holy pussy, but we're definitely behind schedule because now it's time for some crime stories.
Time for crime stories, bitch. 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 Time for crime stories, bitch.
That was smooth. I got to be honest. That was pretty good.
That was very good. It sounded
that-
good too. It sounded auditorially.
It was, dude. I'm not even Italian, but I do that so much I should be. Dude.
Bellissimo.
It sounded like your capstone project for a communications degree. Like,
Dude, what was that? What was that broadcasting school that was heavily dousing us with their commercials here in DFW? It was like
Yeah, that was,
Columbia Broadcasting or some shit. It was like another state, but it was here in Texas, but it was named by another state.
the degree I have,
Is it?
broadcasting
I
communications.
remember
Yeah.
the Bartender
Really?
Academy commercial more as being annoying. You know, red fuzzy navel, sex on the beach, and
There was that place where we lived in Louisville that was between a bar and a Subway, and that was a bartending school, and I would go there.
Between a bar
I was
and a
going to
to
bar
attend, and I
subway.
highly recommend you call 1-800. Yeah.
Bartend.
Yeah.
You gotta have
You
that.
do it.
You got
Wow.
to. I would go to that bar, and they would
sounds-
have class at night, and I'd see all these sad people that just couldn't pay for the licensing to be a realtor, and it was
They got
hilarious
duped
to
into
me.
being there, and they're just
They
like, I
got
thought
tricked.
this was an opportunity.
Bartending's cool. I'm gonna fuck some girls or some guys, whatever you're into, and you can just see everybody in there. I don't know why I keep picturing the teacher looking like fucking Joey goddamn Gladstone,
Nice.
Dave Coulier.
Yeah,
That's who I keep picturing. But these people look sad, and I'm sure if they just would have went to Chili's and lied about bartending in the past, like I did, they just would have got
Have you ever
hired
been asked for your bartender certification?
100 times.
Oh, okay.
But I just lie.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I got it.
No, I emailed it to you. Do you not get it? Well, I don't carry it around. I mean,
I've never had anyone
I'll
ask
send
me
you
for it
later.
at the bartending jobs I've had. They're like, you know, how to bartend? I'm like, yeah, I bartended at this place.
Yeah.
The very first time I made up the restaurant
Dude,
on the resume.
the fucking corporate lady from Chili's head office was there because they were remodeling the kitchen and they had just hired me. And I said, Pink's Tacos. I said, Pink Tacos
Yeah.
is where I bartended. It's in downtown. I was like, oh, it's in Deep Ellum. There's 100 bars down there. And the fucking
know
lady
that
from
place.
corporate asked me about it. She goes, oh, yeah, I love that place. This place is, I made it up. It doesn't
Yeah,
exist.
you're like, you're lying.
I
you
talked
bitch.
to her for like 20 minutes about this awkwardly in the kitchen as I had like tables out there and I was just fucking starting to sweat and just lying through my goddamn teeth like a smooth fucking criminal.
She probably went to the back and then was like, he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, he's lying, but he's good at it.
He knows how to do it.
Yeah.
He can do this job.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Also, you can Google a drink. That's what I've always done.
Yeah,
Just
totally.
Google it. Yeah.
Well, I started bartending before it had Google on phones.
Yeah. Luckily, I had a smartphone, so I could bartend. You could do anything with a smart. You could.
I'm so fucking old saying that shit.
No, YouTube got my college degree for me.
Dude, you could fly. I literally have a song on Spotify. I'm not trying to promote it. I don't think I'm a good rapper, but it's called "I Can't Read," and some of the lines are like, "I can't read, but I don't need to. I learned everything on YouTube." I bet you could land a goddamn fucking plane. If the pilot died and you have connection, they let you on the Wi-Fi. You could YouTube land whatever plane,
I know for
and it'll
sure.
fucking. You're like. Flip the
buttons
knobs,
to
do the
press,
things.
Twisting knobs and pushing buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fiddling keys, touching knobs, having
It's going to be
fun
taught
with
to you by like
full-grown
a
man.
14-year-old kid. Like it's a very
It's going to be like some 12-year-old autistic kid, and he's probably going to land it better than the pilot that died. I mean, he did die at work. So,
All right, so we've got a crime story here that actually might be a case of mistaken identity.
Might be.
We've got a Vegas man that's caught driving with a severed head. He claims he was just an unlucky thief who picked the wrong car.
who hasn't been
good
there?
voice.
I mean, of course.
You have a good voice.
Yeah. There's like
I wish people that paid money would recognize that.
there's
Yeah,
like episode 81, but there was like 100 episodes. We've had a lot of practice.
Practice.
Yeah.
All right, so he was driving a
move on to
car,
the
severed head in it, claimed it was the wrong car. That dude was not driving the wrong car. That was like his girlfriend's head.
But there's a possibility it could have happened.
So tell us
I'm just
what
trying to
you
talk
know.
in as much
Yeah.
of this voice as I can.
Let's all sound like we're on NPR. Now, Tiny Desk Concerts.
No,
Come
what?
The Flaming Heads.
A Las Vegas man. No, okay. So a Las Vegas man who was caught with a severed head and other body parts in a stolen truck says he just unluckily picked the wrong vehicle to rob. This is what his lawyer's claiming. December 23rd.
That's probably what I would do.
Yeah, no, this isn't my car.
What was the date of the first crime?
23rd, right? Well, the 23rd.
We don't
was
get
when he was
that deep
caught.
into it, but it's still real crimes.
Yeah, December
But,
23rd.
but most of these are pretty recent.
They were both caught December 23rd. They were both caught with
No, he
severed
was just caught. This is one person, one story, one time.
severed body parts of the same person.
Seven body parts in the car that the guy stole. He's claiming, hey, those aren't my body parts. I didn't do that. I just stole this
Oh, just
car.
one car.
One truck.
One truck,
As a matter of
okay.
fact. Yeah.
Sorry, I got confused.
I'm on board.
2 days before Christmas. Feliz Navidad.
It's a
right?
special day. My niece's birthday.
Nice. Las Vegas police attempted to pull over a Toyota Tundra, nice truck, actually. They spotted over a suspended registration. The driver fled. No surprise. I mean,
It's Vegas. There's lights flashing everywhere, pal. Sorry, didn't
you
see
stole
you.
it, and you have body parts in the truck. Obviously, an air unit followed the truck to a parking structure where they say the suspect switched vehicles and attempted to flee once again. This time in a gold Chevrolet Avalanche.
They don't sponsor us.
Officers managed to chase and corner the truck, but the driver refused to get out. After a brief standoff in which he hurled objects at the officers out the window, they deployed tasers and took the 57-year-old gentleman named Eric Holland into custody.
They brought him to the colony.
Brought him to the colony.
That's your punishment. You live in the colony, Texas now.
Stay here now.
You stare at Nebraska Furniture Mart, you piece of shit. Also, I just want to say, quick note. I think it's hilarious that both of the getaway vehicles he used were a Tundra and an Avalanche.
Yeah,
What's next, you fucking snowflake?
Yeah.
That's fucking...
Next, he got a Honda
Yeah.
Ridgeline. Right, yeah.
Oh,
so,
okay.
no, there's no Ridgeline.
Believable.
It's because I used the voice.
Yeah,
that's
it
why.
really is.
But when one of the officers began doing the standard inventory to impound the vehicle, this is the Avalanche now as evidence.
The Avalanche.
The case took a much darker facet. Noticing the smell of decayed fish coming from the bed of the Avalanche, the officer said he found several coolers taped shut. Inside these coolers were trash bags containing a human head, a torso, and a pair of legs.
I thought of something fucking terrible to say, but it's a callback, and I kind of really want to say it.
Do it.
So, he noticed the smell of rotting fish.
He did.
Did he have some bags of that holy pussy?
A coroner later determined...
He's going to ask me to take him out of this episode.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine here.
We'll change your name.
I'm a degenerate. It's okay. I just smell good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nicely played. Another Renaissance man.
Yeah.
All right, so the victim they determined was 65-year-old Richard P. Miller. He'd been shot to death before being dismembered.
Yeah, okay.
Did they have all the body parts of him or just several body
It's
parts?
the 2 legs, the torso, and the head. So the arms, something mysterious happened with the arms.
Huh, I don't know.
Maybe he made like a homemade, weird, wacky, inflatably arm fucking kind of thing and like put human arms on it and shit.
I'd play with.
I'm saying that guy sounds like he was in trouble, and I wish somebody would have gave him a hand or 2.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not good at this. I never said I would. I mean, I do say it a lot, actually.
I mean,
I'm
it's
good at
not.
this,
It's not bad though.
but that's what
I bet you he jizzes thinking about arms across
I made a
America.
preemptive judgment on the man that was running, though. I don't think it's his body parts.
I think
not his
it's
body
probably
parts, right?
unfortunate what happened. He's a victim. He was probably out there just trying to spread his wings.
Yeah, whose truck did he steal that from?
So our original hero, Eric Holland, if you remember, was found with 3 handguns, as well as receipts for a power saw, construction-grade plastic bags, and heavy-duty tape.
That is a prepared man right there.
Is that a murder kit?
But that's in the. It's part of a murder kit. It's stage 2.
All you need that is because you. Can
I don't
use
think
your-
about it a lot.
You can use your hands to kill someone. You don't even need a weapon, and
Well,
that's what you dispose.
I know one guy who can't.
Okay.
I can't help it. I can't. Okay, go ahead.
Always.
Fuck.
Wait, did you call him the hero? That's comedy.
Our hero of our story.
It's, you know what that is? You know what they call that? What he's doing? He's finessing the Menoosh.
You never know
Menoosh.
you never know which direction this is going to turn.
That's the title. Finessing the Menoosh.
Finessing the Menoosh.
There we go. We said it. We said the name of the episode. All right.
Because I'm a family guy. Yeah.
Roll credits.
Done. Cue the music. Boom.
And cocaine hookers to my trailer now.
There's a little Benny Hill.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
I only care about one of those.
Investigators.
That was really good. Also, we might get banned now because we just
It sounded
unlicensed
perfect.
music. Yeah. Stop. They're gonna pull us down from.
Investigators also determined that the bullets lodged in the victim's head came out of one of Holland's handguns.
Oh, what this is?
And he claimed those were his guns, or were they registered?
Yeah,
there?
they were on him, and what they're trying to see, like, he jumped from one truck to another truck. Obviously, this was a setup truck. You think this is his other truck? Let me drive to my other.
Well, I mean,
truck.
yeah. Did they find victims that said, "Hey, they stole this"? I just got carjacked. If the police are chasing them, he switched
They went
trucks.
to pull him over us expired tags or some shit
Yeah, but that's the first getaway vehicle, and he switches to this Avalanche.
inside a parking.
And then
structure.
wouldn't somebody be like, "Hey, I just got carjacked in this parking structure"?
Do you run into a lot
So-
of people in parking structures? I hardly see anybody buy their cars. In
Not only from behind. I'm kidding. I'm
They
too
pulled
lazy.
him over for the. They pulled him over for the.
either expired or something with the registration.
Yeah,
Expired
okay.
registration or
The
something.
papers. He didn't have the
didn't have
papers.
the papers.
Yeah.
So they
But
pulled-
in the first car, they tried to pull him over, right? And
Yes,
then he switched to the Avalanche.
The sexy ass Tundra.
Yeah, so they pulled him over for his papers. He freaked out because he thought he was going to get caught for the murder. Figured he should get to the Avalanche. Thought he was clear to
So he
drive
put the
out.
body parts. He loaded the body parts.
What if the arms were in the Tundra and the rest of the body was over in the Avalanche?
Some people just can't let go of their Toyota, dude. They do run forever. I will tell you that.
300,000 miles.
300
goddamn
goddamn thousand miles. Holy pussy. Anyways, I'm going too far.
All right.
I got out of
so
pocket.
one of the detectives testified that surveillance footage
Just-
from a home
But
improvement.
I'm sorry. I hate to interrupt you, even though I do it all the
Well,
time.
especially it's
It
going to
doesn't
just
look
add
like.
to you editing. So
Oh well, I'm not going to edit this. But that means that he loaded the body parts from the Tundra into the Avalanche,
Potentially.
right? Because I
Potentially.
mean. Or the only other explanation is because he's got a bullet from his gun in the head of the fucking victim.
Yeah.
If he opened the bag of the car he just stole, which I don't think he did, man, he was like, "Oh, a body," and he shot it.
Who was this man to the victim?
He gave a hot shot.
Who was the man to the victim?
we haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, this is just like
Well, it was a guy-
only
it
a
was a
month
guy
and a
named
half
Rick-
ago, so they probably don't have all those.
It was a
details yet.
65-year-old guy named Richard P. Miller.
Dick Miller.
Dick Miller. Dick P. Miller. Dick and P. Miller.
And we haven't given this disclaimer in a while. We don't try to make fun of the victims. We're just talking about the situation.
But he's dead. He's
Yeah.
not saying anything.
Well, hold on. We're not making fun of his death. We're making fun of his name, and that's objectively a funny name.
He already lived that probably in life. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he even might have even went by Dick.
He's-
Listen, we're
65.
kicking a dead horse and a dead man at this point.
Dude,
We should
this-
really
This guy was
stop.
65. He called himself Dick in his friend circles.
This guy has been milling dick for 65 years. He's used to it.
My dead
He's
dad
a-
is dealing him drugs.
All right, so detectives testified that surveillance footage from a home improvement store showed a person who looked like Holland buying a saw and other items. This is investigation working fast. How did they get in like contact with this like home store? What if that's where the first initial inquiry came from? This guy's buying a saw and he looks weird.
Oh yeah, well also he probably bought it with his debit card
and had blood on his shirt.
This happened in Vegas?
Yeah. And probably still not the craziest thing that happens in Vegas.
Yeah, it's not at all.
Yeah. Craziest thing is Kevin Hart still sells out shows there. I'm kidding. That's not that crazy. It makes sense. He's great.
Does Carrot Top still do shows?
For
yeah,
sure.
he has a residency.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I just heard him on a real podcast recently.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. One day we'll be like one.
I hope not. I hope somebody just pays us to do this.
So his public defender in court, already not helping, claimed that his client was just in the wrong place. Honestly, a public defender even going this stretch saying this shit actually surprises me.
He probably had nothing else. And he's like,
the client says not his?
Also, his public defender's favorite movie is Lemony Snicket's Unfortunate,
Series
whatever.
Of Unfortunate Events.
There you go. That
I
was so close.
Yeah, one word.
If
if only you could read.
Yeah.
He can't read good.
I don't need to.
Thanks to Audible? No.
While he conceded Holland.
Audible. I could have used you right there.
Yeah.
While he conceded Holland was caught running from the police, he argued that his client might have just been a hapless car thief who happened to just hop in the wrong car for the second car he switched to.
It's a public attorney, right?
It's believable.
That's
to a
public
degree.
defender. But also, if I'm the prosecutor, I'd be like, okay.
The bullet was his.
The bullet was his. And also, so who did he steal this avalanche from? Like, where are those people?
Well,
if he did it at a parking garage.
Just been in the truck though too.
That is possible. You said it was his gun, so I assumed.
They identified the guns as his, but what if they weren't?
Possession is 9/10 of the law. I know that from experience.
I learned that from
and
Matilda.
That doesn't mean it's yours.
The movie Matilda.
But in the eyes of the law, if it's in your car, they're going to say it's yours.
It's yours. 9/10 of the law. That's what it is.
But I still want to know if they found the victims that say their avalanche was stolen. But also thinking about it, if I had an avalanche with guns and chopped up body, I'd be like, "Hey, we found your car. That's not mine. Nope.
Oh, I sold that a while ago.
Nope. Ha! And then I run away. I cover my nips.
Close the door.
I cover my nips, and then I run away. Ha!
Because the cameras identify you from your nipples.
And the nipple pixels are so advanced these days. Like it's a mess.
It's fucking nipple distance, dude. It's all individual for every human.
Yeah, these aren't fucking bumps on my.
Yeah.
These aren't bumps on my areolas. These are foothills.
No human's nipples are the same distance apart. It's a fact.
No, it's a different.
Science
Really?
fact. I don't know, but it sounded believable.
It sounds
didn't it? It
believable.
sounded good.
Hey, we should do a survey measuring 100 people's distance between their nipples and see what it concurs to.
Hey, I just want to say to you guys real quick note. Send us pictures of your nipples so we can measure them.
Yeah, it's for science. It's a double-blind
I said
placebo.
guys, but I meant women. But you don't have to. It's fine. Don't.
Best picture gets a Starbucks card. Right?
All right. Yeah. Well,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'll give you a macchiato for that.
I'm agreeing to that like I have any part in that Starbucks card. Yeah, okay.
Let's get macchiatopless. I'm sorry. It was a stretch.
Yeah.
Move on. Don't listen to me anymore.
Without risk, there's no reward.
Exactly.
Risk favors, what is it?
The bolds.
The bold.
Yeah. Risk does favor the bolds.
All right, so I'm just surprised at this public defender. I mean, he's really pushing the issue, saying that it's the prosecution's job not only to prove that there was a body in the car, not if it was or not there, and the fact that if he killed it or not, like if he killed this thing.
Well, I think they can easily prove if a body was there. I mean, don't they have to have that to charge them?
I mean, the body was in the car.
Because
His argument is he switched trucks.
Yeah.
This was already in the truck he got into.
And his driver's license was in the guy's mouth.
Just happened.
I fumbled with my wallet.
I set my wallet down and it felt like a good place.
I was trying to pay for a Baconator and I sneezed and I huffed it back.
And then they're bringing up the guy's past and saying he's already an ex-con with prior felonies, back to the 80s, blah, blah, blah. You know, danger to the public. Let's send this guy back. This sounds kind of like a setup, though, too, at the same time.
Also sounds like a guilty person trying to get out of a murder charge.
Where's his arms?
Yeah.
Where's the arms?
Yeah, it's a solid
Where's
point.
the fucking arms?
That's the
Where's
I,
I just want to know the victim from the avalanche. If you stole this car, because I mean, if it's an avalanche, I don't think you could just like bust the window and get in with a screwdriver.
Yeah, I need to know more about the avalanche too.
Obviously, he's pleading not guilty.
He's got an avalanche of problems.
Police have not yet suggested a motive for the crime. He reiterated to the prosecution that they have yet to prove that Holland had knowledge of what was actually in the avalanche, and that he intentionally led intentionally led police to the evidence. They're saying that it's not connected at all. They're arguing Dumb luck, wrong place, wrong time.
Hey, dummy, how'd you know about the evidence if you intentionally let us hear?
Huh? That's
What?
That's never a lie.
The who?
What?
Yeah. So let me guess. They set his bail at 2 buffet tickets for Caesar's Palace. Breakfast buffet. For some reason, it's always more.
You'll see him on the next casino show.
What the fuck?
And that man's name is Carrot Top. No, it's not. What was the suspect's name? The alleged suspect's name?
Like
Whatever.
Eric Callahan or something. Callahan Auto.
Yeah.
It's fun.
This week brought to you by Dusty Brake Parts.
Yeah, it was.
Dusty Brake Pots.
Hi, I'm Dusty Brake Parts.
The elixir from the 1950s. It'll cure all of your ails. Dusty Brake Pots, folks.
It's your penis. Just pour some Coca-Cola on it.
Oh, don't touch me there. I've got Dusty Brake Pots, madam. How about a highball? Let's go listen to some jazz.
Oh, my lord. I caught Dusty Brake Pots on the cruise ship I was on last week.
You know, Dusty Brake Pots. Let's go smoke a jazz cigarette.
What do you think I'm a dancer? Of course I want to go smoke a.
I already go by Mikey B. I think I should sink lower and be Dusty Brake Parts.
Dusty Brake Parts.
Hi there, man.
You need to make that a character with a skit.
One of those newsy hats.
Yeah.
Hey, Dusty Brake Pots here, sponsored by Stickball.
You guys want to play some stickball?
Dusty Brake Pots, giving generations cancer since the 70s.
That's ridiculous. All right, well, is that it? You got anything else?
I like that.
Well, yeah, we're over on timing news. We gotta get the fuck out of here because this is gonna be work. Anyways, let's. Why don't you tell people where they can find you? Give them you got any shows you want to promote? Anything coming up?
Not really any shows. I'm doing a show tomorrow. It's not really a point to promote that.
This will be out tomorrow. This will be out tomorrow morning.
Oh well, I'm in fucking.
So get your asses up.
Fort Worth at Twilight Lounge tomorrow night at 8 o'clock.
Have the boudin balls. They're fucking delicious.
I might
Boudin,
for sure do
boudin.
that. They have good food. That's good to know they have food.
They have a spicy Cajun hate sauce. It is a remoulade.
Yeah, Twilight.
My Cajun.
Oh, he was ready with that word for this right occasion.
I don't have to hold on to it anymore. I can go.
Yeah, it's gone now.
Twilight Lounge. You can watch me talk about my dead dad in front of my estranged family. It's going to be very awkward and
Is your dad
fun.
going to be there?
Yes.
In spirit.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, no,
He'll be there in spirit.
Yeah. And then fucking TikTok digitally, TikTok and Instagram. It's Trever Carry On everywhere. Trevor with an E, TreverCarreon.
There we are.
There we go. Find him, look him up on there. Also, do me a favor, start the music for us while I do my close up. Grab that black box right there and set it. Let's make a good space. This is the first time we're doing this one. So there's a switch on the side. No, stand it up and turn it this way and push the switch down. We'll add the music in post. There we go.
Stroke it. You got to stroke it.
These were $9 on Amazon. So no. Well, let's let this guy dance. Let's see if he's got any fucking moves here,
got
dude.
some smooth moves.
Yeah, no, this guy really knows how to move. Let's see if it actually.
You got a half a chub.
That's
3/4 of a chub.
This is how I fuck, ladies. Anyways, and you can find out by looking me up on Instagram.
You look like he's chilling.
He is chilling, dude. I kind of like it, dude. He looks like he's almost jacking it. But find me on Instagram at Mikey B the Comic. I do have some shows coming up. Let me open my calendar real quick. I am in Houston this weekend, Thursday through Saturday. I felt that on my penis.
I meant you to.
I have 6 shows actually. Thursday night at 9:30, I'll be at Avant Garden in Houston. Yeah, I'm not done either. I got like 7 more shows to promote. Then Friday night, 8 p.m., I'll be at the Bad Idea show at the Secret Group. I'm on the 10 o'clock show, the Best of Secret Group, and the midnight show, Midnight in the Box. It's also at Secret Group, but in the other room in the box. I think one of these shows is on the roof. Sounds cool. And then Saturday, I have a private show. It's sold out. You can't come to that anyways. I'm cooler than you. But at 10 p.m., I will be back telling secrets at the Secret Group. So come out to that. Next week, I am at Comedy Arena on the 18th. And I'm not sure about the 19th. I might be canceling for a show that pays really well, or I might just be there. I don't know yet. Also, find that you guys are just distracted by it. They don't even care anymore that we're doing a podcast. So we'll get out of here. at the Open Mic Podcast, MIKE. Stop that. On Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, which they strip most of our audio or take us down, but we'll keep posting there.
See if they got some sound.
We'll see. I'll try to cut a few
I'm like
fucks
a
out of
single
here.
video away from being banned, so you might not be able to find me on there.
Well, I have like less. I have more money than I have followers, which shouldn't be the case. So we have 16 followers. I think we have more, but whatever.
On a bad day, you have more money.
Yeah, I haven't had a good one in a while. What's our Twitter?
Open Mic 5000.
Open Mic 5000. Also, our new YouTube subscribers, thank you guys for sticking around. Hopefully, this is what you expected. Go ahead and tell your friends and tell your enemies, fuck them, to subscribe and hit that bell at the top. Smash it, whatever the fuck they say on YouTube.
Fuck you, man. Go watch the Open Mic Podcast, you piece of shit.
However you want to say it. You feel free. I mean, probably don't say it like that.
Trying to imagine how that went down to your enemies.
Yeah, well, he also spit right inside my ear hole just now.
You gotta go Q-tip it out.
It's fine. It'll dry out.
I spit on a lot last night, and I didn't like it.
All right, well, but I guess that's it. We're out of here. Is there anything else you're going to say? All right, we're going to go spit on each other. Goodbye.